Okay, hey everyone. Um, Hope the light is okay. Yes, yes, it's coming to an end this year. That has passed by us. So miles go by. Yes, and I thought it was time to do a little recap of my personal favorite songs of this year. I think I'm gonna pick out 25 songs this time, since it was, yes, 20 last time, wasn't it? Something like that. And yeah, let's begin with it. This is the time to do the top songs of the year 2020. That's just how it is. And I will start. I will not take it in the, what you say, um, chronological way. I will just say my 20 songs, 25 songs, and I will say personally when I talk which one is my favorite. I have my favorites of this year. So you should call your mom by Little Simz. Incredible song. It's about the year of 2020 and especially the period of the spring when this Drop 6 EP of her came out. Um, um, can you die twice? Can you die twice, Little Sims? That's what we hope for, but what it's not gonna happen. But it's a song about self worth, basically, and if is we are blindsided if we are not in our right mind. So she basically says that you should do what you know you do best and hope for better times universally, but do what you do best. Be in your right mind, be realistic, take your chances, do what you do best, basically. Um, um, and the beat, dun, dun, eat, everybody eating. Yes, these lyrics, they represent the intro of the track, and that's why it's be born again. Rap race, and would it be a millionaire? If you ain't got the answers, call a friend, moaning them. Not everybody give us pure intent. We are all in the same boat. Keep your head up, stay afloat. It feels like the zeitgeist. This 2020, there are no eyesight. You can see death at the next chapter. Can you that twice? It's a song about how the situation of life is under the coronavirus, for example. Is example there. You eat, you make tracks. She even says that she all she does is eat and make tracks and smoke. But this production of music she gave out, in particular this track from this EP, was incredible. So I enjoyed mostly everything about this track. You should call your mom. Then we have Love is the Main Thing. Always the same thing. Always rearranging. Never devoting. Always floating. Never devoting. That's love, basically. It's always floating. It's never devoting. In this opinion, I think the theme of love here is in a more universal way. I don't think it is subjective love, it's love from people in general, I think, that is at issue here in this track. But love is the main thing with this punkish, very very good instrumental from Fontaines' Heroes Death album, the best from this year, I think personally, as album as a whole. I will explain later. Um, Love is the main thing, incredible track. And do, 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 do. I've made up my mind to give myself to you. I've made up my mind to who I am, from Salt Lake City to Birmingham. I don't think I can bear to live my life alone. Yeah, travel from the mountains to the sea. Hope that the gods go easy with me. Yes, Bob Dylan, I've made up my mind to give myself to you. This is the love song that I love the most from this year, and it represents just everything that's good about Bob Dylan. As a songwriter, he managed to make lyrics go very good, flow very good. He's just incredible in this track. That's just how it is. So yeah, I've made up my mind to give myself to you. That was, I think it is my personal favorite from this year. I'm sitting at my very terrace, lost in the stars. I'm listening to the sounds of the sad guitars. It's a very good song. Then we have the track Last Light. And the song Last Light is from Sunlux. It's if you are my last light in this fast life, I will enjoy it basically. And this fast life is going so fast that the last light can be ignored, and if that last light is ignored several times, it becomes something that ain't so good. That's not knowing the truth of your last light and not finding a clarity in your last light in this fast life. So it's a very good song, very what you say, electronic music and vibrant instrumental. I recommend you check it out. And then we have Aquarias 3 from all the dances from the town inside. I reminisce on my memories from my childhood. I hope my child good. All I ever thought about was my career, but now I don't give a fuck about that. Now my son is saying fuck fame, fuck rap. I know that shit makes me happy. Basically, that's Logic says in Aquarius. But this is the best song Logic has come out with in many years, I think. Open Mic. It's a story of him just logically going through his lyrics in a way that is quite incredible, I think, in Open Mic, and then Aquarius, where it's more understandable, more concise in a way, precise in the words of Aquarius 3. But my god, Aquarius 3 is an amazing track, in my opinion. And then we have The King Had a Queen. But when the king died, the queen's heart died too. And there was a tree, and up in the tree was a nest, and the bird and the feather. When the king died, the queen's heart broke like a vial. The tree got down, the nest got down, the bird got down, but the feather span upwards, upwards, and upwards. I'm talking about Nick Cave's spinning song from his last year's LP Ghosteen, but he released a, what you say, Corona version of this song in a way that that was more and extremely better, I think, in storytelling and in potential for poetry. This was incredible version of Spinning Song, which is a song with an instrumental from Ghosteen. It's incredible lyrically, but as a poem form, in the poem format, which Nick Cave chose to do his performance at Alexandra Palace, this song is just more heartbreaking and more beautiful aesthetically and sonically, and I just loved it. Then we have Kid Cudi's Tequila shots from his LP that came out some days ago, and he talks about Mulholland Drive in this track, surprisingly enough, and he talks about that he has a war with himself, and that this war is not gonna end, this psychological repetitive habituation of his life and his thoughts that repeats itself, but the only clarity he gets, as Logic also says in his tracks, it's when he makes music, breaks down sentences, become, what you say, free in a way, by using language and accompanying it with music, but this Kid Cudi track feels very cosmological. It feels like a travel in space, as Man on the Moon theme is able to encourage the listener, and Tequila Shots is very good. I gotta say it's the best song from this LP of his, and it's an honest song, and he has one bar in this track that when I talk to you, you speak back, you don't talk back, and that's relational distinction that is common and is inevitably so. And Kid Cudi has an issue with that too, so that's great. And then we have Billie Eilish, My Future. I'm in love with nobody else. I'm in love with my future self. That's not what they say, but it's the meaning of the song basically. She has an idea of herself in the future, which inductively is probably a better version of herself, as Bob Dylan's song from this year, My Own Version of You. And now I mix the cards, but that's a song that's great too from this year. But My Future, it's a track about self-love, the adolescent expectation of adulthood, and it's a song with a cover that is anime inspired by the youth themes of exploration of life. So I really like the theme of it, and I like the beat switch. The instrumental goes very slowly and smoothly into a more harmonizing and sonically pleasant way of introducing this theme, which encouraged me to have this song on this list. I would not have it without specific beat switch in the middle of the track. And then we have Logic's Dadbod. I thought that was a great song too, from Logic's album, about him being a father and how proud he is of being a father, is something that is very bold to make a track about. I think it's not something to push under the table that Logic sometimes have chosen themes in his tracks that is not so respected as good lyrical themes, but in this way of being a father, he tells the story of his everyday life to his critics, or haters as he likes to call them in his tracks. This Dadbod track explains the way of being a father and a music artist very good, and I like it. And then we have do 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 do. Sun's in the air, it plays all around, but I no longer care, and I wished I could go back to spring again. The clouds turned up, the sun hit the sky, watched all the folks go to work just to die. I wished I could go back to spring again. And this is a song about the life and society that we all experience, especially in the hot weather of times, of the annual times. And it's a song about people not. Some people do not understand the motives that they represent, and they are a part of this human life, even if they don't understand. And the artist that is supposed to clarify some things for listeners who are inspired but not seem to grab the meaning of the stuff they listen to, also is a part of everyday society, and it's a story about life as it is in a communal setting. So yes, Oh Such a Spring is a beautiful song, the best song probably from this year in the punk genre. Fontaines dominated that for me this year. Not that I have listened to so many other punk bands, but it's a great record, Hero's Death. Oh Such a Spring, beautiful song, very melancholic, sonically incredibly stimulating. Then we have the light, the shining, represents night as in the darkness, the diamond, remarkable in the lamb. With everything is possible, I promise. You remember I was gone for a little minute. It's like a choke, but and I got my mojo back. I don't know how to act. This is the determination. This is godly interpretation. This is that world domination of determination. Yes, Joey Badass is the light. Incredible song from his Shine EP. He has the theme from Little Danny in the Overlook Hotel, the Shining theme, the light that's in the darkness, and the man that represents the Shining has the divine power of doing anything if he understands what to do with Shining, and that's the light. I think Joey is representing in this song, and it comes very clarifying, good, very good rap song. Every now and then, I break my chains when I'm around the pen. It's Ka with every now and then, instrumental on fucking point. What a good song. It's a story about philosophical terms. Every now and then is life, and he's so on point with his lyrics. And in the sentence, "I break my chains when I'm around the pen," he says what he does. He becomes a better human being, a more understanding human, by writing these songs and playing them out and representing something. The feeling of representing a theme that can evoke something in people's minds is becoming a better resource for human understanding, and that's what Ka does with his lyrics, I think. Yes, it's a song I've listened many much to. I haven't recapped all the lyrics. It's a visual experience. It's a sonical experience, not visual, but the cover art is visually stimulating though. And every now and then, great track. Then we have "Life Ain't Always Empty." Go out of your way for others. Take care of your mothers. Go down to that suture. Look forward to a brighter future. And be conscious with your deep down self. Don't sacrifice your life for your health. It's a great track. It's representing the theme of a hero's death very good. The death of arrogance, and basically arrogance. That's what Fontaines don't like. They like there is good types of arrogance, but in this situation it is entitled arrogance. That's in question. We have Kanye West with Ego's Death. Everybody be thinking, but I'm just a sayer. I'm for a Super Bowl, but it's okay for the players. All these halfway movements need a whole lot of improvement. Everybody gonna talk. Everybody gonna talk. Nobody gonna do shit. It's Ego's Death. And it's a song for his apparent opposite players. Ego's death, such as hero's death, is death of arrogance that Kanye has a bipolar, manic depressive relation to. And yes, but I think the train go by. That lyric from Kanye is very explaining. It's very good, and the instrumental flows very good with it. And FK Twigs talks about going outside yourself as a way to improve yourself, and that's a good thought, I think. Then we have Bob Dylan with "I Contain Multitudes." I play Beethoven sonatas, Chopin's preludes. The flowers is gone like all things do. Dies is dying like all things do. I go right to the edge, I go right to the end. I go to the place where all good things, where all lost things are made good again. He goes right to the edge, right to the end. That's what philosophy does. That's what artists that express some kind of truth for themselves does. They go right to the end, go right to the edge to improve the lost features of our intelligence, basically. That improves our lives. It's the basis of thinking, to improve your way of living with yourself, being happy. So Bob Dylan's "I Contain Multitudes" is a good contraction of seeing how multitudes or contradictions can be of a kind of, from a Renaissance perspective, be a good thing that can develop into one whole view that he says that he sleeps with life and death in the same bed, and there is always a contradiction between all the situations that we imply. And yes, I think qualification of saying so is a validity in itself. I think to contain multitudes, as Bob Dylan says, he does do many things. He doesn't stick to one. He's principleless. He doesn't have any principles. He's a principleless prince, can you say? That's my title of book I work on. Says that I hope to unify the unprincipled values, that is curiosity and contradictions, without implying some failure, can you say, but improvement to develop other sides into one clarifying love in the end. And Bob Dylan seems to be agreeing here. I think Bob Dylan's song I Contain Multitudes is, if you listen to the lyrics patiently, you will get some clarification from his contradiction, and that's beautiful. None of this shit don't matter, like Casper right after. Slå dig mesters, the grown-ups starting slå dig mesters. I came back with none of this shit don't matter. It's a great hip-hop song. I felt the vibe and the flow of the song, and that's basically it. Some of this shit don't matter. It's about I think it's a very good song. When the Lord goes down, When the Lord by Susanne Sundfør. Incredible song. It's about that you will stick by me when the Lord is gone, basically. A godless world, you will stick by me because you are my love. It's basically what she says in When the Lord. And I like the message. And then Novakina, Denzel Curry, motherfucking good song with Cosmic, basically the best song from him this year, and therefore I had to have done it. I love Denzel Curry's music. It is extremely aggressive in a humble and understanding way that is rare. But you, there is Alexandra Savior says basically in But You that only you can feel me, because only you can help me, and even if you don't feel me, you're the only one that can help me, so you have to feel me, and then you can't feel me, because I love you, and you love me. It's only you. Algorithm. Feeling of being lost, feeling of seeking the truth, but knowing what is false, but not knowing what is false. That is absurdity. Seeking the truth, but not knowing what is false. You have to know what is false to seek the truth, or be truthful. You have to know what is false. But he says that sometimes we don't. In the end, the existential end, we don't know what is false, but we know. Yeah, the clarification of truth over falsehood is not so clear in Gambino's eyes. I think Childish Gambino tries to say. And the algorithm is so clear, but we are not so clear, so the algorithm is gonna take over our clarity. Since so my father. Ka and Rock Marciano. Ka, my god, again. His lyrics is incredible. Don't have all of them in my head, but I listen to the song Since to My Father, and the instrumental is gorgeously sampled. And Rock Marciano, yeah, That's an incredible verse too. You can't play a game without no players in it. That's true. But you really can't play a game right if you have no good players. Okay, it's also ways to say that the Rock Marciano on Ka is basically I break my chains when I'm around the pen, he says every now and then. Now in Rock Marciano says in this track that I ran out of ink when this was written. And this is statement that yes, the lyrics of this song is so well thought out that it is not easy to find something that is not good about this track, basically. There, I think, therefore I am. You think that you're the man, you are my friend. But I think, therefore I am. I love and articles, all the things. Billie Eilish with I think, therefore I am, which is Rene Descartes' saying of human conditioning. That we think and therefore we are. But therefore I am. Billie Eilish, she is critical of her own critics, of her own friends, of her own environment, of everything but herself, which she is clearly have found, and that's good. I think, therefore I am Billie Eilish, I see you. Then we have Olof House with the Ruinbyen, the last track I have on this list of my top songs of the year. So it's been a ride this year. I think Oh Such a Spring and I've made up my mind to give myself to you is the two best from this year for me. And yeah, Spinning Song, it's from last year basically, so but yeah, I think Logic came with some good tracks. Bob Dylan's album was very good, I think, personally. It hit me very hard with the wisdom of words that Bob Dylan delivered. Fontaines' album was amazing. Ka's album was very good. Ego's Death was a good examination of Kanye West's, I think. Yeah, great year. That was my list. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm out.